Andy Atherton, what's going on?
Ryan, great. I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me. I'm excited. This is going to be a fun one to talk about.
For sure. It's the first time I was able to play LA Knight's theme, and that's kind of a tragedy, but also a good thing. He's starting to get pushed. We'll talk about his upside. Do you think this LA Knight push is overdue?
Yeah. But here's the thing. You can't rush greatness, right? The slow burn. They're playing this so smart. Everybody's like, oh, he's got to beat Austin Theory. Oh, he's got to do this. He's got to get a belt. He should be in the title picture. No, no. Look at the greats. Look how they elevated. They went up. Stone Cold worked his way up. Triple H, The Rock, everybody worked their way up all the way through. They're doing everything right with LA Knight right now. What's funny is, you scroll through Facebook or whatever. I saw like a thing posted. It was like comparing his pops for when the first night he came out as LA Knight after they dropped that Max Dupree crap, right?
Max Dupree.
It's probably not a bad gimmick. I think just not for him.
Not for him. No.
So, and it was like, everybody's kind of like, all right, well, we know this guy and yeah, all right. But then fast forward 6 months, last pops in the night, right? You just hear that guy's music, the place explodes. And you haven't heard that in a very long time.
Not in a long time. No.
Rollins will get big pops. Brock, Roman. Still, a lot of guys are getting pops, but
They're
guy
not
is
underground pops, though.
Yeah, no. This is a not Daniel Bryan-esque, but in that kind of vein where the crowd is buying into a guy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and the guy can talk. The crowd wants it, and Triple H and the creative team now is smart enough to give it to them. And the fact that they're allowing him, this is a cross-brand basically rivalry right now.
Yeah.
So because Miz is a Raw guy, LA Knight is SmackDown, but these are guys that had to meet at some point, right?
Yeah, it's really the perfect first opponent for LA Knight.
Yeah, this is the LA Knight, ascension kind of be like where he's like, he won the Battle Royal. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. And then he's doing this. And, Miz, here's the thing. I really like the Miz, actually. The Miz is bulletproof, right? Use that term in wrestling. He could take a loss. He's a guy that knows his part, plays it well, does the job, and puts people over. I mean, the guy has been killing it for so long. The crowd, Mike Mizan, it seems like actually a nice guy outside the ring.
Oh yeah,
and you can kind of see that people generally like him as a person, but as a character, the Miz, which just shows how great he is. He's hated. I mean, hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. That's one of my favorite heel things of the last however many years. Love that, and
he's very good at his job.
He is. The facial expressions. I mean, these two guys have been killing it with promos. I mean. And they're going on history too. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Miz calling him a fad, and LA Knight's like, you were you were a champion, and you sat in the background to John Cena and The Rock. Your stunt double was more over than you. I'm surprised he didn't bring up the Miz Taraj while he was at it. He was like, come on.
And then he goes on to doing a callback last night, dressing up as LA Knight like he dressed up as The Rock when he was in the background of that feud. So,
yeah,
kind of a little full circle fun stuff. But yeah, even when he came out last night during that LA Knight music, that pop was electric, monstrous.
Oh, yeah. People, then it was like, oh, wait, that's not him. Like people get mad, people get angry when they're like the guy that they came to see, like the one, look, we're both wrestling fans for a long time. You hear the music on TV, but there's nothing like hearing it live.
Nope.
For me, up until one show, I never heard the NWO music live. I never went to a WCW show when the NWO was there. And then I got tickets to a house show. It happened to be Hulk Hogan Appreciation Night. This is before Hogan's little issues a number of years ago. And Nash and Hall were there, came out as the NWO, and I'm in MSG with the NWO theme blaring. And if they had pulled that out from under me, I would have been pissed. So that I could see people I'm coming here. I want to hear the LA Knight theme. I want to be part of that pop. And then they're like, yeah. And, oh, no, it's the effing Miz. It's like, dude, come on. And the Miz's music is pretty cool too, but it's not LA.
Some would say it's awesome.
It is. It's awesome because he's the Miz. But I I was thinking about it. This might be his best. Like the ball cap with The Rock was good. The Cena one, him and
Yeah,
Maurice.
the cosplay. This is a really good, strong cosplay. Yeah,
Like he had the voice down for a
had
good
the
portion.
mannerisms.
Yeah, mannerisms. He had the beard. He had the look. Because they're. I mean, LA Knight's a bigger guy, but they're around the same height. So the hair. I mean, it was like blink if you like. Wait a second, you had to like adjust your eyes. So no, but it was really really strong stuff. They've been killing it on the mic. Really, that's what's been the bulk of what's made this feud so great.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think this is a really strong kickoff for LA Knight. Let's talk upside. What's if you're a gambling man, I would say LA Knight is minus 3,000 to win this match. That means you need to put up $3,000 to win 100. That's the kind of odds that I suspect going into this match. So I suspect LA Knight to win. I don't think that's a spoiler. I don't think that anyone's going to go crazy and pick the Miz here. But what is LA Knight's upside coming out of this feud, this victory? What? Do you think they're testing the waters? There seems to be a plan. They're going with the guy. They gave him the Rumble or the Battle Royal at SummerSlam. 3-4 weeks later, they're giving them this Miz feud, and he's going to prevail. So it's like, how much are they going to push here? What are they going to go towards? If I told you he's in the Final Four of the Royal Rumble next year, would you believe me?
I would believe that. If you told me he was going to win, I'd be like, I don't know. We're too far out for me to kind of judge that. But definitely, yeah, he should be in the Final Four. I mean, does the guy have the stamina?
They're flirting with it. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm kind of getting tired of people going bell to bell in the Rumble. Like they kind of like, it was like a rare thing, and now they're kind of doing it a bit more the last few years. So he doesn't need to be one of those bell to bell guys. Bring him in the mid-teens, gets that big pop like you have that like little lull, in the Rumble where it's like, okay, we haven't had any eliminations for a while.
Otis, like, Angelo Dawkins, Elias, those guys come out. Yep.
Yeah, and then you get LA Knight. He eliminates like 2 or 3 people like right off the bat. The place starts to like really wake up, and we really like kick it into like the last third. That's what I think we should see. Whether he wins or not depends on who are holding the belts at the time. I think Roman probably will still have his belt. Seth won't.
I can see him challenging on the Raw side of things here, depending who's the champion on Raw. I could see him in a Monday Night Raw world title scene.
I mean, I could see him if Priest cashes in at some point and on whoever, whether it's Rollins, whether he loses to Shinsuke or something like that. I see that. Or, well, in the shorter term, though, I kind of like him to he beats the Miz, right? It's, come on, you got, unless, they just did a shenanigans loss for him, right? With the Miz costing him on SmackDown. So I think actually Austin Theory is going to regain the belt, the U.S. title. And I think at the next pay-per-view or PLE, whatever you want to call it, LA Knight wins the U.S. title. Then we get him and whoever the Intercontinental Champion is at Survivor Series. And I'm kind of hoping it's Chad Gable. When you have, versus Shush, come on.
All right, that's fun.
That's comedy gold right there. And it'll be a good match too.
Yeah, I mean, LA Knight's an adequate worker. He's very similar to the Miz. He's very passable. Some would say very good in a few scenarios for the WWE style. He's can definitely go in this system for sure.
Yeah, and if he doesn't slip doing that, where he jumps up on the turnbuckle, do that. I mean, look, that's not his fault most of the time. It's people are sweaty, slippery. I mean, he hits that, and Gable also could do like his flipping around. I mean, I could see that being something a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm definitely going with LA Knight in this one. No brainer. I mean, let him.
You know what the cheat code is for LA Knight? Unfortunately, we'll let the cat out of the bag. Yeah. When he's going against a bigger, taller guy, he wears thicker lifts in those boots. Really? So it's So when he's up there against a little botchy against Sheamus, if Sheamus is a bigger guy, he wants to feel the part. You get what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that inside information here. That's why you're there. I'm here.
He goes against Grayson Waller. He goes against Grayson Waller and Butch. It's fluid. He's in his regular boots. Just a little nugget there. I think that either he's going to wear those lifts against the Miz to make sure he's bigger and opposing, but he's going over. He could be the same size as the Miz. wear his regular boots, go out there and do his jump flip thing, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. So that's kind of a little nugget for LA Knight that's kind of out there a little bit. So
good information to know. Yeah. It's one of those little things like you look for. It's like, oh wow. Is he going to claim he's 6'3"? I don't know.
Yeah. Like Jericho got extremely good working in the lifts. LA Knight, you kind of feel that out a little bit, or not really go so thick on him. All right, Andy. So the Miz is losing. LA Knight's winning. We got LA. We'll talk again later on about LA Knight with his projection, but I think he's climbing that Stairmaster all the way up. And I don't know how tall this story is, but he could make it to the penthouse. We could.
I'm here for the ride, man. I can't wait. At the end of the day, end of the match, what are you going to hear? The winner?
Yeah.
LA Knight. Yeah.
Now, real quick, one last question. Would he be as over if his name was still Eli Drake? Or is LA Knight so cool and the music is so important to his presentation?
Yeah, I think the whole presentation, I think the name, look, it's better than Max Dupree. So for him at least, Max, if you take Robert Stone and change his name to Max Dupree, okay, maybe I'll buy that one a little more.
Perfect.
But this guy's too good to be a manager of models or whatever. He look, the guy tried his best with that gimmick.
He made it work for what it was.
He did. He did.
So
they gave him kind of shit wrestlers to work with for the most part, like guys who were not over ever.
And Swallow.
I know. One guy who's over and like specifically on 2 pay-per-views a year, and another guy who was like, I don't even remember him in NXT. I remember when he was an announcer, then he got, put through a table by Brock. He comes back as part of that, ridiculous. Actually, it wasn't ridiculous, but as that retribution, gimmick, and now all of a sudden he's a model. Yeah, it didn't work for me. So, but no, he's Eli Drake. The guy's talented enough, charismatic enough. He could have made it work. It might have taken a little longer, but LA Knight just has that thing to it. Yeah,
it's just in the music, the presentation, the look. He's just born ready to hit a home run, and he has. And we'll see how high he can make it, Andy. But I'm curious. One last other thing. I said it before. Who's his next opponent coming out of this?
I think whoever's got the U.S. title. I know, and I think that it could be Austin Theory. He's going to get it back just to lose it in a month. I think. Okay,
perfect. So let's strap him up with the U.S. title. I agree. By Survivor Series for sure. Andy, this was fun. We will catch you on the next one, buddy.
Thanks, Ryan.